everybody, it's Emily Graziano here, and I just wanted to make this short little video and tell you a little bit about my fandom for Def Leppard. Okay, I know in the past on this channel I've mentioned that I really love Def Leppard, but I just felt like it was the time now to say why they are in my top 3 favorite bands. And if you need a refresher, I don't think I need to remind you who's number 1. But just in case you don't know, it is Kiss. My second favorite band overall, the Beach Boys, and I discovered the Beach Boys on my own in 2003 without the help of the internet, an adult, or even a CD. So I discovered them on TV. I did discover them through music, but not their CD. But Def Leppard is my 3rd favorite band of all time, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit in hopefully a not too long video that really packs it all in on why I really love the band a lot. Oh, and I bought this ring in high school, not really for Def Leppard, but because I love the UK overall. It's actually a size too big for me, but there was no way I was going to walk out of the store without getting this ring. I don't think you can really see it super well, but UK. Gotta love it. Okay, anyway, Def Leppard, I was introduced to the band probably around 98 or 99, but I can tell you, I've been a fan of Def Leppard longer than I've been a citizen of the United States, okay? I didn't become a citizen until I was 3 in December of 1999. I was probably already a fan of Def Leppard by then. So, I was introduced to the band through my mom. Guys, my mom, she's just really awesome. She's really cool. And I want to say this, rock and roll moms do not get enough credit. You always hear talk about my rock and roll dad, my rock and roll uncle, and even some cases my rock and roll grandfather. That's probably for people younger than me, though. Like people who are the generation after me. But rock and roll moms are underappreciated, and I just want to say, if you have a rock and roll mom out there, let's celebrate rock and roll moms, right? Okay, I was introduced to the band through this album right here, this compilation album. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. There, you can see it better over here. Vault. It's a 1995 compilation CD, comprising the songs from their first 5 albums. Let me double check that. First 5 albums plus their compilation album Retroactive from 1993. And this, at first, I didn't even know who it was, but I took a liking to it instantly. The first track on here is the video edit of Pour Some Sugar on Me, and I have vivid memories of my mother just cleaning the house. And even one time she was washing my hair. And I just remember her blasting that through the house and me going internally, well, I don't know who this is, but I like it. And I knew it wasn't Kiss. It just had a different feeling. It had a different sound. And I didn't know who it was, but I took a liking to it. And when my mom said, no, Emily, this is Def Leppard, I'm like, okay, then who's Def? And my mom's like, what? And I'm like, well, who's Def? And she's like, oh no, Emily, no. Def Leppard is actually a band name, like Kiss, like how Kiss is a band name and they all have different names. Def Leppard is just the band name. I'm like, oh, so the lead singer's name isn't Def Leppard? She's like, no, because I really, really thought that I thought that was the guy's name. But anyway, Vault, every song on here I consider very essential to my childhood. Like, this is, if Kiss smashes and thrashes and hits is a very important album to me, so is Vault. I actually was very upset that I didn't get the vinyl to Vault. I know this CD kind of has been removed from the catalog. They have other compilation albums out, but Vault will always be it for me because it's really, really special. Other songs on here to me that really stood out were Let's Get Rocked, one of my favorite Def Leppard songs of all time. Let's Get Rocked, because it was very easy to sing along to, especially when you were like 3 or 4. You know, singing let's get rocked. That's a very easy thing for like a toddler to sing along to. Two Steps Behind. I've mentioned before that Two Steps Behind is one of the most important songs in my life, and it really is. I have very vivid memories of just like playing with my toys with this song on in the background, and it just kind of became ingrained in the fiber, every fiber of my being, and it's really, really important to me. Rocket. Now, I have some things to say about Rocket. When I was little, I didn't like it as much as I liked some of the other songs on this album, but it took me many, many years to figure out that what Joe was saying in the chorus was Satellite of Love. I just thought he was screaming something funny when I was little, so I would sing along with the Rocket part and then just kind of like sing gibberish of what I thought it was. But in the years since then, when I found out what he was saying, I've actually come to like the song a lot more. Other songs on here. Hysteria. Okay, Hysteria, when I was little, I almost think I took the song Hysteria for granted because it just kind of became a standard song to listen to, but in the years since, especially in like the past 2 or 3 years, I've really come to appreciate Hysteria for what it is. It's a very interesting song. It's weirdly calming, and the band always says it's one of their favorite songs to play, and I understand why, I think, because it is just one of those songs that it's so intricate but yet so simple, and I really, really love it. The fact that there is either Rick Savage or Phil Collins said that there was 17 guitar parts on there or something, but the fact that they can play it live because they combine some guitar parts, they combine the most prominent ones with the least prominent ones for all the guys to play, that is the coolest thing. So Hysteria, I mean, that's a work of art in itself. My mom's favorite, and she loved him even before he lost his arm, Rick Allen. I know she loves drummers in general, but she just has a love for Rick Allen. She says that he's still the cutest member of the band, that he hasn't aged as much as some of the other members, and she just adores him. My favorite member, probably Rick Savage. I don't know why. It's not because, he was, he had a disease. He had or has Bell's palsy. I'm not sure if he's fully recovered or it's a recurring thing, but it's not because of that. I think it's because he's just I see that he's still a really down-to-earth person, and I think he's the most mysterious, and I really think he's an underrated musician, and he still lives in Sheffield with his wife and his family and everything, and it's like, oh, that means he'll never lose his accent, because Rick Allen, Phil, they now live in America. Even Vivian Campbell, even though he's from Northern Ireland, it's like, well, you kind of lost your accent. But Rick Savage, the fact that he still lives in Sheffield is pretty freaking cool. I love that. But guys, I can say I've been wanting to see Def Leppard live for 23 years, and that is my sister's entire lifespan. As of right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to go see them or not. There's some things I have to figure out. But if I do happen to go see them, you'll all hear about it on social media. I'll be freaking out about it. So I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, Def Leppard, very important band to me. Favorite album? That's a very difficult question. If I say Hysteria, that's kind of too cliche. I think Adrenalize is pretty underrated. I don't know if that's my favorite, but much like Kiss, because I was introduced to them with a compilation album, I would say that these songs are more important to me. But I will say this, an underrated song that is personally my favorite, because if I told you the songs are more important than, say, an album per se, I will say that Love and Affection from Hysteria, the last track on there, completely underrated. It's become my favorite Def Leppard song that isn't a big hit, so I guess it's one of my favorite deep cuts, but it's also one of my favorite songs overall. I think it should have been a way bigger hit than it was, and Steve Clark also felt that way, so that's pretty cool. I didn't find that out until very, very recently that it was one of his favorites, but really, really love that song, and if I go to see them in concert, I would really be rooting for them to play that underrated track from Hysteria. So, that's just a little bit of an overall background on why I love Def Leppard. And Def Leppard, I mean, I didn't even know that they were English for a very, very long time after. Like, I was maybe about 10 or so when I found out that they were British. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're British. Why did I never know this? So really, the fact that I say I really do, like, I'm like a magnet for British culture and stuff like that, it happened whether I even knew it or not. So to say I'm an Anglophile, I am true to my word when I say, yeah, I am an Anglophile. So, that's just a little bit of a background. I didn't want to keep this too long or drawn out or anything like that. That's just a little bit of a background. Maybe in the future I'll make more Def Leppard videos, but this is just a little intro onto why I love Def Leppard and how I was introduced to them and why they mean so much to me. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emily Graziano. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.